the table that talks about it, I'm going to hit the highlights. And I'm going to tell you about the small one first, and that's the service and repair contract. So let's just say you have a leaky faucet or something small. You still want to get your 3 bids because you don't want to be overcharged. But they're going to come and do the work and you're going to pay them and they're going to leave. There's, it has to be under $750. Now, here's the fraud that we're seeing in those contracts. They'll look around your house and they'll say, oh, it looks like you need this and this and this and this, and they'll try to upsell you. They can't do that. It's not allowed. Okay? So just say, no, thank you. I just hired you to fix the faucet or whatever it is. Okay? Now, the one that I want to concentrate a little bit more on is the home improvement contract, and that is anything that's over $750. Now, how many of you have lived in your homes for 30 years?
Wow.
40 years?
Wow.
50 years? Should I go 60?
Yes. Anybody?
60?
Wow.
All right. So, some of you, most of you have lived in your homes a long time. Sometimes we need to update our homes, right?
Yeah.
I can remember the home that I grew up in. It was built in the mid-60s, and we had, like yellow fixtures in the bathroom and pink. Do you still have those? All right. So, maybe it's time to update, get rid of the pink, you think? Okay. So, we're all going to be updating our bathrooms in this little scenario. Okay. So, you're going to have you're probably going to hire a general contractor. They will probably hire subcontractors like electricians and plumbers. Okay, those subcontractors need to be listed in the contract, and you need to check their licenses. Okay, so that's one thing that needs to be in the contract. The other thing is the payment schedule. Now, money is important to all of us, right?
Yes.
Okay, how much money should we give a contractor as a down payment?
10% at the max, or 1,000, whichever is.
Ooh, you guys know, 10% or 1,000, whichever is less. Okay?
Okay.
We'll never give a contractor more than $1,000 down.
Okay.
Then we'll pay as the job goes along. So in our bathroom scenario, after they put in, let's say the new vanity, we'll give them a chunk of money. Maybe we're putting in walk-in tubs instead of a bathtub or a shower, so we'll give them another chunk of money. So we're going to withhold the final payment until the building department comes to inspect, because a permit is no doubt required, and you'll want to find that out first. The contractor will pull the permit. That's not your job. Okay? So you will have a progress payment schedule in the contract. You will never let the payments get ahead of the work, because what happens if the contractor suddenly goes away? You're stuck, right? You've paid more money than they've done work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, the other thing that's important that should be in the contract is the time schedule.
Yep.
When does the job start and when does it end? Why is that important? Because you're busy. You have things to do, right? Now, there should never be a delay unless maybe you have submitted a change order. You change your mind about something. You sign it, the contractor signs it, and maybe they have to order something special. It might be a delay of a couple weeks or a month. If the contractor is not showing up, if the contractor is not adhering to the time schedule, let us help you. I had a lady who called me, the contractor was in her house for 2 years.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, who wants that?
Oh.
I recently had a contractor in my house for 2 weeks and I thought I was going to die. It's like, they kind of disrupt everything, don't they? It's not their fault. They have to deal with their job. Okay, 2 years. Do not wait 2 years. If there's a problem with the contractor, while the contractor is still doing the work, call us. Let us help you, okay? There was a lady who called me. She lives in the city, and she hired this guy to do some work on a retirement home. He just doesn't show. Okay, is that rude?
Worse.
That's so rude. But he'll say, okay, I'll be there at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Then he just doesn't show. He doesn't call. Nothing. And, he turned her water off, so she has no water. So she called right away, which was good. So she's in the process. She filed a complaint, and we're helping her. But don't wait. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, the many other things should be in that contract, the detailed description of what's going in, what's coming out, all that stuff. The other thing that I want you to write into the contract is the contractor will haul away the garbage. We assume that's the contractor's job, but never assume it. Make sure that it's in writing in the contract. Many other things, they are supposed to give you notifications about the contractor's board, about your 3-day right to cancel, and about mechanics liens. So those are separate notifications that they are supposed to give you. So that is also part of the contract, okay? So that's important. Make sure that you do not allow a contractor to start work before they pull the permit or within that 3-day period. Don't waive those 3 days. Because what's another 3 days? Is it that important? It's probably not that important, right? I mean, you've had your pink toilet for 30, 40, 50 years. Can you wait 3 more days for them to start the work? Yeah. Because if something big happens in your life, something life-changing, and you have to take care of that, you might have to postpone the work. So just wait 3 days. They have to get the permit, they have to get the materials. They probably take 3 days to get that anyway. Never let them start work right away. That's a red flag, and usually those are the unlicensed people, okay? All right. I want to get into the scams and the things that we're seeing. So how many of you get people at your door wanting to do home improvement work? And what kind of work do they want to do?
Trimming trees.
Okay, trimming trees.
Yeah.
Solar. Roofing. Painting, driveway, oh, that's huge. That's a huge scam. Okay.
Ew.
Siding, it sounds like anything. For many years, we heard just pretty much solar. Now we're hearing everything. Do we know who these people are if they come to our door? Could they be criminals?
Yeah.
We don't know who they are. You can't do business with them right away because how many bids do you have to get? They'll come to your door and they will say, I will trim your trees for cash and I'll give you a discount because I was here. I was on your street. Don't fall for it. Plus, if they get hurt on your property, that's not a good thing, right? Be careful about people who are coming to your door soliciting you. Some may be legitimate home improvement salespeople, but what they're selling you is maybe not something that you need, and I'll give you an example. There was a lady, two men came to her door. They were home improvement salespeople, and by the time they left, she signed a loan for $20,000 for paint. Okay, here's the problem. By the time she pays it off, it'll be $53,000. Anybody know why? So it's a PACE loan. Have you heard of PACE?
Ew.
Hero? Y Green? So this is how it goes. No money down and no money out of pocket. Okay, does that sound too good to be true to you? Is anybody going to give you anything free?
No.
Free's bad. I've just decided free's bad. Okay, so no money down, no money out of pocket. The loan is not tied to you and your credit. It's tied to your home and its equity, which is why you now have a lien on your house and you have additional property taxes because the loan amount is added to your property taxes. Okay, it's a 20-year loan. The interest is extremely high and it goes up every year. That's a PACE loan. That's a Hero loan. Those are very bad. They're so bad that the legislature enacted new legislation at the beginning of this year that will go into effect in January to put in another safeguard, which helps. But basically what happens is it's kind of like a reverse mortgage. If you get a reverse mortgage, somebody will call you and say, did you understand what you signed? That's what they do now with the PACE and Hero loans because they're so bad. Okay? They're not illegal. Let me just say they're good for some people. But when you get to be older, if you're 80 years old and you sign a 20-year loan for home improvement, okay, come on. You also have a lien on your house, so it's it's hard to sell it.
Ew.
So there's all these things that are involved in that. Is anybody interested in getting solar? Anybody have solar? You like it?
Yeah.
Solar's good, right?
Little interest in solar.
But you need to be careful of people who try to sell you solar. Have you heard of the CARE program or medical baseline? If you are on any of those through your utility, solar will never pay for itself because you have a reduced rate. This happened to a guy, came to one of these seminars in Clovis, and he came up to me after the presentation. He said, I have a problem. I signed up for solar, and I don't know what I signed. And he said, the contractor's coming this morning, going to hook it up to PG&E. Can you come home with me? I don't think it's a date, but I'll go. So I followed him home. Well, the contractor had already come, but I was looking at the agreement that he didn't know what he signed. It's called a power purchase agreement. Have you heard of that? So this is what happened. Here again, these guys that come to the door. Guy came to his door and he said, I can give you solar for free.
Yeah.
Okay, have I already said free's a bad word? It's a bad F word, even. It starts with F. Okay? It does. I can't help it. Okay.
And you get effed.
I just don't.
Sorry.
I didn't do it. Free. It's bad. So, it's true. The solar panels were free because the contractor owns them. He's basically leasing them. So that was a true statement, but it's still bad. So he put too many solar panels on his roof. So what's going to happen? They're going to generate electricity like crazy. Well, guess what he signed? He signed an agreement for everything that's generated, not for what he uses. Yeah, his bill is going to go through the roof. His wife was so mad. I could see the steam coming out of her ears. She was so mad at him. And I said, no, wait a minute. He didn't know. I'm trying to, don't want to get involved, but So, he is paying so much a kilowatt hour, but it increases every year for 20 years. And they're on the CARE program. So it's never going to pay for itself. So I said to him, you call him up, and you tell him to get those things off your roof. Right. Now. And file a complaint with that. So actually, his wife is blind, and he's almost deaf. So I filled a complaint out for him because they can't do it. I felt bad for him. But anyway, it's in the process somewhere. Yes.
I'm on the CAD program, and somebody told me about solar. I couldn't even get it because PG&E would not allow that.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to say this because I let you say that, but we're going to hold questions and comments till the end, but I didn't say it. So what she said was, she's on the CARE program and PG&E won't allow her to have solar. So, yeah, that's interesting. So, anyway, be careful about people who are coming to your door. That's the moral of my story. And free is not good, right? Free is not good. If it sounds too good to be true, okay. Be careful about financing options that are bad for you. You let the contractor do the work and you get your own financing. Okay, don't let them, many contractors are out there and they are offering the finance programs and there's, they're just trying to make a living, but just don't take advantage of them. You can go to the bank and get a loan a lot cheaper than any of these financing programs out there. Or, I know y'all can pay cash for your home improvement. Okay? So don't let the two intermix. Okay? Trying to think of what else I might not have said. One other thing, and I'll turn it over to Susanna. If a contractor wants you to sign a notebook or an iPad, a contract on that little screen, I would not do it. Because first of all, a contract is long. There's a lot of information, and I want to see it all.
Yes.
And I want to be able to read it and take my time and make sure I understand everything that's in it. And they should not be able to start work before they give you a paper copy anyway. So I would just say, I want it printed. I don't want to sign anything electronically because personally, I don't want anybody having my electronic signature, but that's me. I don't want that used someplace else. you know? So I would just ask for a paper copy. I mean, what's another day? You've had your pink sink for 30, 40, 50 years. So if another day for them to get you a paper copy, you know, it shouldn't be a problem, okay? So I just want to leave you with this. If you have a problem with the contractor, file a complaint with us. Let us help you. If you have questions about anything, you can always call us. We have a call center, and that's what we're here to help you. So I'm going to turn it over to Susanna. She is from Santa Clara County Consumer Protection Unit.